Today, we're diving into Daniel Kahneman's incredible book, Thinking Fast and Slow. He reveals something pretty wild. You don't just have one mind, you have two. And believe it or not, they're in a constant battle for control inside your own head.
I mean, really think about it. How do you just know you like someone seconds after meeting them? Or make a split-second decision that, looking back, you can't even explain? Well, it all comes down to the wiring in your brain.
And that's really the heart of it all. You've got these two different operating systems running at the same time. Each one has its own personality, its own strengths, and its own pretty serious blind spots. So let's meet the cast, shall we?
Kahneman keeps things simple. He just calls them System 1 and System 2. The best way to think about them? They're like two very different characters living in your head, and both of them are always trying to grab the steering wheel.
Okay, so first up is System 1. This is your gut. It's automatic, it's super fast, and it works with almost zero effort. It's how you can tell someone's angry just by a glance. Then you've got System 2. This is your more thoughtful self. It's slow, it's deliberate, and it takes real work. It's the system that turns on when you're trying to figure out a tough puzzle.
So let's look at their job descriptions. System 1? Well, it's basically your ancient survival tool. It's always scanning for danger, making those snap judgments, and it's where your emotions live. System 2, on the other hand, is the analyst. It's the one that weighs the facts, makes logical choices, and searches your memory banks for useful info. You could say System 1 is the hero who yanks you out of the way of a speeding car, while System 2 is the strategist who plans your career path.
All right, so having this super fast system sounds great, right? So what's the catch? Well, here's the plot twist. Our fast-thinking brain, it gets things wrong. A lot.
See, System 1's main job is to create a simple, easy-to-understand story of what's going on around you. It loves what's called cognitive ease. Basically, it prefers the simplest, most familiar explanation over the messy, complicated truth. And to get that easy story, it often just jumps to conclusions, leading us right into making mistakes.
A perfect example of this is something called the halo effect. It's a classic System 1 trap. Let's say you meet someone who's really charming. Your System 1 instantly decides, I like this person. Then that halo spreads, and you'll just assume they're also smart and kind and trustworthy, all without a shred of evidence. It's your first impression completely steamrolling the facts.
And the halo effect is just the tip of the iceberg, really. System 1 is constantly setting these little mental traps. It's why we jump to conclusions with only half the story. It's why just the way a question is framed emotionally can completely change our answer. It makes us stubbornly ignore anyone who disagrees with us, and sometimes its obsession with avoiding danger makes us see a threat where there's actually an amazing opportunity.
Now, this is so important. We all love to think of our intuition as some kind of magic, but Kahneman pulls back the curtain. He says that what we call expert intuition isn't magic at all. It's just your logical System 2 doing a lightning-fast search of your memory to see if you've seen this pattern before. But if the situation is totally new, that gut feeling is probably just an unreliable guess from System 1.
Okay, so it sounds like our brains are a bit flawed. That might seem like bad news, but it's not. Because here's the thing, we're not helpless. We can absolutely learn to manage these two systems and take back the controls.
So the big question is, how do we do it? How do we get our logical, thoughtful System 2 into the driver's seat, especially when it really, really matters?
Well, the whole game is about being deliberate. And it all starts with one super simple step. Just slow down. Fight that urge to make an instant call. Then, start questioning your own thoughts. Literally, ask yourself, wait, why do I think that? Is there another way to look at this? Third, be open to other ideas. Go out of your way to find opinions that challenge yours. And finally, try to pull the facts away from your feelings. Learn to spot the difference between what's really happening and what your emotions are telling you is happening.
And that's the real key right there. System 1 is frankly kind of lazy. It always wants to take the easy way out. System 2 only shows up to work when you call it. By making it a habit to just pause and question things, you're basically ringing an alarm bell that forces your logical System 2 to wake up and get involved.
So, what this all boils down to is this. You've got these two very different systems working inside one mind. One is on autopilot, the other is under your control. And that means, ultimately, you get to choose which one to listen to. You have the power to pause, to think a little deeper, and to let your more rational self take the lead. So the next time you have a big decision to make, or even a small one, just take a second, acknowledge that first gut reaction. See it for what it is, a quick suggestion from System 1.
And then you get to ask yourself, is it time to let System 2 take a closer look? The choice, as always, is yours.